literally looking behind the curtain um, into Will and Jada's life. I got about 20 minutes into the video and I was like, I can't watch this no more. I really gotta get off the internet. Like I said yesterday, I shut down my Facebook and I'm trying to refocus my energy because I want to get into like sewing and doing more exercise because I'm seriously on my weight loss journey. Even though I woke up today and stuffed my face, I find that it's good to eat the biggest portions of food earlier in the day though, like and kind of taper off before the night. But being on that medication for the nothingness, it does give a girl a desire to eat, which reminds me I need to take that pill. But I think the interview is saying a lot of things that we already knew. Um, I think people say that Jada is a liar, but I think Jada's finesse game is strong. I think that she intentionally talks over people's head, and I live for that about her. Not gonna allow you to control her narrative. She gonna call it what she wanna call it, and people don't like that. People want you to demean yourself for them. Especially in the society that we live in, people don't want you taking control of your narrative. You know, um, the thing that upsets me, I don't want to say upset. I don't want to use the word upset. The thing that disappoints me the most about Tasha K's interviewing style, because I think that Tasha K is funny. I think she's hilarious, and this is why I continue to watch her because she is hilarious. Like she be having me dying laughing on some stuff. Like she be really be giving me my life. And this is why I tune in because I know she's gonna say something that we've been thinking that's gonna make me tee hee. I find more than often though now with her, it's becoming more offensive. I'm getting less pleasure. Um, and I think it's the desperation. I think it's the desperation from all of these people coming at her, trying to sue her. Um, the girl got some tenacity though. The girl got some spunk. I mean, like to be in the middle of all this, to be submerged in all of this controversy and to have all of this ire and all of this negative attention and all of this chaos surrounding you and to be able to appear to thrive in the middle of all that. There's a like you would have to be lying to say that you don't respect this to a certain degree. And it's like part of me is like melanin don't fail her now. She trying to turn me in. She trying to turn this internet out. It's like, cause everybody comparing her to Wendy Williams, but the one thing that she got that Wendy Williams don't have is a whole lot of melanin. You know, I've never seen a a woman who looked like Tasha K aesthetically at the middle of at the center of so much scrutiny, so much chaos. And so I think that's what makes it interesting to watch, to see how she weathers it all, how she transcends it all, how it's like she can be just in this mud and in this dirt and just come out of it and wash herself off. Like her ability to be vulnerable, her ability to cry, her ability. But there is definitely an obvious arrogance, and like how she could be so judgmental of Jada Pinkett when she's a mess. Like it's like a mess trying to judge a mess. Like how could you judge Jada? Like how do you fix your mouth? Like how do you like how do you how do you fix your mouth to sit in this seat of judgment when we're looking at the debauchery that is your existence? Like, how do you do, how do you, like, it's almost comical to see you put your mouth on anyone. You know, us, the kitten heel rolling around on the floor or owing 4 million, husband in fights, getting called out by trans women, people talking about you cheering, like people calling you a wino. Like that's what your tribe is, the tribe of winos. And I just had wine last night. So this is not me sitting in a seat of judgment. But when we look at how the world sees things and how the world looks at things, like for you to sit in a seat of self-judgment, I mean self-righteousness, it's just, it's fascinating. And I don't know, I gotta unplug myself from this because I know that all of this stuff that you're doing on the internet, I don't know if you're doing it because it's it's like it's a void that you're trying to fill. It's something that was, you know, that you're running from, or I don't know what it is that drives you so deeply, you know, because you were doing good when you first came out. You know, you could have left Cardi B alone and you could still be sustaining yourself, but you didn't. You wanted more. You still want more. You're hungry. You're very hungry. And it shows. And it's like your appetite for notoriety and fame is insatiable. Maybe I'm drawn to you because I learned from you. Maybe I'm learning from you who not to be, you know, like, because I've been talking to a lot of my mentors and a lot of my elders, and I do want more notoriety. I do want more wealth. I do want more access. I do want more exposure because I'm trying to build something. And I think, well, I am building something. And I think the reason why I'm drawn to your platform is you, I mean, you are an extreme, and like one of the people on my live said yesterday, extremes make for good TV. And Tasha K is, if she's not an extreme, she's not anything. And so she's definitely made for TV. She's definitely made, she's extremely entertaining. And I think there are things that you can pull from her. You know, there are things you can pull from her example. I I wish entertainment and TV didn't have to be so all or nothing. I uh, I wish that, and I pray that the bulk of society will move towards this space where we don't always have to be performing just like on 10. Like authenticity doesn't always have to be overdone. You know, like people will say it's authentic, but is it really authentic if you done had 3 glasses of wine? Do you just sit around drinking all day, every day, or are you drinking because you're in front of the camera? So when we say drink champs, like when we see shows like Drink Champs and they drinking alcohol and they talking, is it really authentic? Is this how you are all the time? Like, so, yeah, I don't know. I can't watch the interview. You know, it's just like, I could not watch the Jeffrey Dahmer series. I still have not watched it because I was in Milwaukee. right after they arrested Jeffrey Dahmer. Um, there are some things I just can't pull myself to watch, and that interview was one of them. Like I said, I got 20 minutes in, and I was like, no, um, I get more. I enjoy watching um, FD Signifier, intellectual media, um, Cat Black, obviously, um, and I enjoy sometimes Infinite Waters and of course Seven Bomar Understanding, and these are outlets for me that give me the frequency that I really want to be on. I'm not gonna lie, I watch Tasha K because I like to hear her perspective as a comedic outlet. I've said this in the comment section before. I think that when R. Kelly come home from prison, he gonna try to be a preacher. You know, you heard it here first. I wouldn't be surprised if he come home preaching. But you know, we'll forgive everything when they go to preaching. That's just the culture. Oh, he's a preacher. Nah, he didn't gave his life to God. He didn't sit up there in his testimony and be about how he was having sex with young girls, and peeing on them, and then sang you old song with that beautiful voice, honey. And we'll be here for it. Patriarchy down. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and unpack that a little bit. My heart goes out to Will and Jada. Now, normally, I am totally, you know, I love you, Will. You're amazing, and I'm, siding with Jada, and you're amazing and you're wonderful. But we have to be honest. As much as I love Will and Jada, and I do. My ancestors know I love y'all so much. This is your chickens come to roost. You can't accomplish all of that success and all of that wealth and escape, you know, this part. Like you got way more than your fair share. You know, uh, what they say, one of the laws of my art is to only eat your fair share. And so we live in a world where there's so many people that look like us, our ancestors, black and indigenous. When in that principle that says, I only eat my fair share, that's not just talking about what you put in your stomach. That's talking about what you got in your pocket. And there has to be a balance. Y'all want to live to y'all 80 and 90 years old, and y'all want to pass down this wealth to another generation of children, and then another generation of children. You want to keep this wealth in your family. All of these things that you've done that would be morally questionable, or would be just questionable in general. Like every move that you made, every unscrupulous, every um, act that you've done behind the scenes to get to where you are, you know, if the give out doesn't match the input, this is the results of that. And so while I love Jada and I love Will, y'all got $500 million. This come with the territory. Y'all been on top for how many years? We like to look at things in this society as going straight, but it's not going straight. This is it right here, boo. And so you may start at this point, have a high moment, go down, have another high moment, and then you gonna go back. Oh shit! I knocked one of my pieces off. We'll fix that later. But that's one they go right here. Here go right there. But yeah, you might have a high, but everything goes and starts and comes back, and so now you're in that place in your life where you know both of y'all started. It started off rough for you, and now you're going through another rough patch. You've had your highs and lows, and if you've watched their lives, it's been highs and lows. It's been, over their career, it's been highs and lows, and now it's kind of like this full circle moment. It's things aren't just going up, 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 up. No, things make that U-turn, hit that UE. At some point, you come to the end of the road and you got to bust that UE, and go back through some of that stuff you thought you was done with. You know, we always want to talk about higher, higher, higher. No, no, no. It's a dead end. You got to bust that UE, bust that UE, and go back through some of that stuff that revisit that. Amen, that woman. I'm just like, it makes me want to cut my internet off. How we've developed this culture of relishing in watching other people, watching stars fall out the sky. And I mean, I know that, Will and Jada are gonna be all right because they have a bunch of family around them that loves them. They have a lot of access and agency. They could travel and leave the country and go on, exotic vacations to rejuvenate and do self care. Um, yeah, they're good right now. They're good right now. So, but this is a part of the journey. This is a part of their journey. This is a part of what they've sown. And child, baby, if this is happening to Will and Jada, baby, can you imagine what it's gonna be like for Beyonce when them stories come in? I don't think it's gonna be as bad for Beyonce though, because Beyonce, she's always been kind of insulated. She came up with a coin. So I don't think Beyonce has maybe had to do some of the things that maybe Jada has had to do. You know, um, she's always been kind of like insulated. I think so. I don't think it's gonna be that shocking, especially after we done heard these Jada stories and all these other stories of this generation, of my generation that's coming to tell these little children their stories, and after Beyonce's and them, Chad, it's gonna be like, oh, okay, Chad, we gonna be so desensitized. We watching what they're willing to do in front of the camera. Booty hole pink, booty hole pussy pink, booty hole brown. I was eating his ass. I was eating his ass. I was eating a nigga ass. Like the stories that we telling about Jada now compared to what's out there now. Child. So that I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not gonna watch the rest of the interview, or am I? I don't know. Maybe I'll watch a little bit more of it on another day, but I don't know. I just I can't do it right now. I'm finna get back to my exercising. I love y'all. Y'all have a good day. Down but down that I say cool keeps turning and turning in Gani Iyanko Kalukalo, which means I am a child of God Goddess, and if I am, then you know who you are.